Okay, so when I got to CropFest, I did do a quick look into the goodie bag. So I'm just going to voice over what I did there for that, but this was what was in it. No, I just brought that with me. But yeah, that was what was in it. Oh, my little pom-pom wants to come out. But I'm about to show you the other things. So, okay, so this came in handy. I used it while I was there, especially during the make and takes, but for a couple things. So yeah, this is always a good thing. I'm always happy when this ends up in the goodie bag. I used one of these to trace around in a couple of the art journal entries, so I will show you that. The art journal pages I did soon. This is very pretty confetti that I will use. I guess I'm showing you again after all without the voiceover. So I'm kind of silly that way, but anyway. This was very generous. There's a lot in there, and there are 3 different colors of it, and it's teeny tiny little stars, heart shapes, and circles, and ovals, and anyway, very pretty. Love it. And this is very cool too. I actually saw this at Dollarama and was tempted by some of them, like the owls and the birds, and so yeah, I was tempted to get this, but I didn't. But now I have it. So that's pretty cool. This stamp is what they used to make this make and take. Now, when they did the make and take, there was an option to add glitter as snow falling and here on the ground, but I didn't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is add some stickles now that I'm here at home. The battery is flashing at me, so it's about to die. So I'm going to do stickles if they will come out. They will too. Because stickles is better than glitter because it's not going to fall all over the place and make a big mess everywhere. So yeah, I have the stamp, which is pretty adorable, so I can color it in whichever way I want to now and make more of this, and then I'll show you once I'm done doing this part. Don't want to make it too thick, I just want a little bit. There, that'll do it. Maybe a little bit there. Oh, and I'm going to snitch an idea from a fellow cropper. Thanks for this idea, Lynn. And put a snowflake on his nose. Hee. And maybe one on his cap too. Okay. So I'm going to do what I just did to the cards that are inside this neat little box. There were choices of different papers to use to make the box, but I went with this one, obviously. And inside the box is 3 little cards that look like the cover. So I'm going to do the stickles to those as well, but I'll do that off camera. And then that was actually the last make and take I did. This was the first one, which is beautiful. And this is stickles, white stickles. I only have 3 colors of stickles, so blue. I would do the white if I on my cards over there if I had it, but I don't have it. So awesome stamp, but I didn't see it available to purchase, so I couldn't do that. I used Copic markers for the first time ever doing this, and doing this project was the second time ever that I used Copic markers. So yeah, I like Copics, but they didn't have the colors that I wanted to make this a chickadee. But yeah, if I ever do see this stamp and it's not like prohibitively expensive, I'll probably buy it. And I will definitely want to buy this stamp too, because it is awesome. Just love that. Wishing you peace and joy this holiday season. And I used one of my bobby pins from my pirate hair attachments to put that on. Put their business card on there. Scrapbook Niagara. But I love this paper, and I think this is a beautiful card. They asked me if I was going to keep it or send it, and I said I'm probably going to keep it, but if I do send it, I'll probably send it to my sister because she loves birds. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, that's not going to cooperate with me. I'll put it back later. I didn't really care for most of these patterns too much in this paper pad, but then when I was showing Franklin what I got, he said, oh, but the other side is a solid color. And so now I'm really liking this pad of cardstock. Yeah, it's cardstock weight paper, so yeah, and I do like some of the, let me open that. I do like some of the papers, pattern sides. Yeah, but most of it I'll probably be using this side of. But I like this one. I like this one quite a bit, actually. I like that one. Polka dots are always nice. That one's okay. If it weren't for the green, it would be better. And it repeats. But yeah, now that I know that there's that side, is good. And those were just things for upcoming events that I might attend. We'll see. Yeah, the magazine, I started reading it, but I'm not through it yet. But there are lots of fun and neat little ideas in it. But it's a good one. Okay, so I'll show you this in a minute. I don't remember if I showed this in the, oh, what happened? We're blurry. Okay, there we go. I don't remember if I showed this in the initial video that I did for the goodie bag. So this was with the goodie bag. It's a, what is it, 8.5 by 11 inch binder. Binders are handy. I can use it. I was actually looking for a binder the other day. This, and this, I'm gonna have to glue that back on. I'll probably use my glue gun because it's just hanging on by a thread. But yeah, this was the second make and take I did, and I like it. No, this was the third one. Which which order did I do them? I think I did this one. I don't remember which order I did them in. Anyway, I know this was the first one. I think this one was the last one. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty. We cut. This was a die cut. The holiday was a die cut, and she said, cut off the O, and then use the bell as the O. And I said, well, that's neat. So yeah. I didn't get this quite straight. It's a little bit angled there, but oh well. I get the idea for the card anyway. And there were different pattern paper choices for the whatever you call that part. And so anyway, it's a nice card, I think. And then I finally got a chance to play a game. So when you get there, you fill in a ballot in order to, well, you just put your name in. Anyway, you put your name in a basket to be drawn whenever they're going to play a game, and you get if you play the game, you get a chance to win a prize. Oh yeah, and this is always handy. That was in the goodie bag too. Anyway, yeah, if you have you don't have to play the games if you don't want to, but if you do want to play a game, you have to put your name in the bag, and you don't get to play unless they draw your name when it's time to play a game. And for the game that I ended up playing, I've been going to these events for a few years now, and my name never gets drawn, so it was kind of funny when she did draw my name and call me up. I kind of did a double take, and I thought, did she say my name? Cause I wasn't quite sure. So anyway, but it was me. So anyway, I was on a team of 5, and the other team was 5 also, and we had to use this straw. And we had a lifesaver on the straw, and we had to pass the lifesaver onto the next person on our team's straw. And whoever got the lifesaver on the last person's straw on their team first won the game. Well, it was they almost said it was a tie, but then they gave it to the other team by only a few seconds. But I'm actually happy that they did that because I prefer my prize, the runner-up prize, to the actual winner's prize. The actual winner's prize was a 12 by 12 pad of paper, some fabric flowers, and something else, but I don't remember what. But anyway, I like my prize better. So this was my prize. I got this gadget that I'm not sure how it works yet, but I guess this shows you there. It's basically a tape dispenser, I guess, but it's kind of neat and fun and stuff, and some tape. But I really love this set of stamps. I especially love the tree and the pumpkin, but love the whole set. And adhesive dots are always handy and good to have. And this thing, this wooden thing, it says 1 + 1 = us. And yeah, so I thought that was great. Now, while I was during the event, fellow cropper gave me this sheet of scrapbooking paper because she had just bought a couple of pads of paper that had this in it, and it had multiple sheets, and she has 2 of the same pad, so she was able to, she said, I won't miss one sheet And so she gave it to me, so thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, she's probably not watching, but anyway. Anyway, yeah, I loved this, and I loved it so much that I did an art journal entry in here, inspired by that. So, but I'll show you this better in a few minutes. I just wanted to show you the sheet, so yeah, I'll just do that so that I can show you easier. And fellow cropper at my table was sitting next to me, and she won a prize for a game that they played at our table. It was a trivia game, and I only got 2 points. She got 7 points. Was it 7 or 8 points? Anyway, she got a pile of points, and she won the game for the table. And her prize included 6 of these sets of wooden pieces, and she wanted to share with the people at the table, because there were only 5 people left by then. The rest of the table people had already packed up and left because it was the last day and stuff. Anyway, the point is that she was generous and kind and sweet, and she gave us each one of these sets, and I chose this one, the butterflies and everything. And so yeah, I think that I can do something with the box, container, whatever you call this thing, once those are used up, or even before they're used up, because I could use some of them things in it. Anyway, it's cool. So apparently I'm in a radoting mood today, which means I'm chatty today. I'm gonna move this out of my way. Actually, it's not in my way. Okay. And so, wrote down a couple of ideas while I was there. Put that in my idea. Oops. My idea box. Okay. And so yeah. So okay. This journal is brand new. Oh, cool! I can fit in frame. Okay. This journal is brand new, so I'll just show you the whole thing so far, because there were only a few entries before the CropFest entries. So yeah, it started with that. This was inspired by an ad for something, some clothes or something, I don't know. This is just, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That was just leftover paint. And then there was this, inspired by something I saw in a floor tile. And appropriate to the roller coaster year we've been having. And then the mechanism is, I didn't do the mechanism quite right, but she has a talk balloon coming out of her mouth. Kind of looks like a tongue more than a talk balloon, but anyway. Yeah, this whole spread idea didn't really work out too well, but anyway, hidden journaling in there. And here we are at CropFest. So I just have some journaling under there that I'm going to attach these pieces better eventually. Probably later today. Anyway, so the first entry I did was this, the sea serpents, because the theme was that we were on a cruise, Crops Ahoy. So yeah, we were on a cruise ship, or pretending to be anyway. And so yeah, so sea serpents and some journaling, and then a couple of mermaids. And yeah, that's the anchors that I got. Oh yeah, the anchors, I got these. I got because I dressed up as a pirate. If you dress up, they give you a little gift, and this was the little gift. And so I traced one of these to do that. And then yeah, another mermaid. I'm trying to learn how to do over the shoulder glance poses and stuff. And so that's why she doesn't look quite right. But anyway, she's she's okay, I guess. And there's a message in a bottle. And didn't finish her. Probably can't really. Well, yeah, you can kind of see her. It's just in pencil. So anyway, and so this is what Polly the parrot. He was meant to sit on my shoulder, and Charles the seagull was meant to sit on my head. But I ran out of time to make the pieces that would allow them to stay on and not fall off. But this is what my costume was supposed to look like. You know, the completed look was supposed to be something like that. But anyway, it's okay. Have it on there. And I was actually quite happy with my costume this year. And then this penguin was inspired by that stamp. That stamp and this project. Inspired by it. Don't know if it'll let me finish. I'm almost there. And then, like I said before, this was inspired by this. And some projects that other people around me were working on. Is inspired by those. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of the pages yet on that. And then on Sunday was Remembrance Day, and it was the last day of the crop, and so I did this in the morning, and then that was it in my journal. And then I can't even talk today. I made 3 greeting cards. 2 of them for the CropFest team, and one of them for a fellow cropper who loves teddy bears as much as I do. Who loves bears as much as I do, and stuff. And yeah, we'll see how much I can show from the photos I took at the event, because of a lot of reasons I'm limited to what I am allowed to share here on YouTube and stuff. But we'll see what I can put together, and there you go.